One thing that's for sure is that Grand Rapids is a great place to live. And there are a ton of amazing cities that surround Grand Rapids that are also wonderful places to live. So today, we're gonna spend just a few minutes exploring the suburb of Allendale, Michigan. My name is Realtor Nick Belmore, and I specialize in helping buyers find the right home for them. I also specialize in helping sellers get into the home that fits them best at this stage of life. So let's take a few minutes and let's take a look at some of the amazing places to live in and around Grand Rapids. And make sure that you like and subscribe so that you can get updated every time we put out a new city profile here around Grand Rapids in West Michigan. Okay, let's take a look at the city of Allendale. Allendale itself is a great place, and one of the things that we always want to take a look at first is the average price. When it comes to Allendale, I will say this is one of those places over the past year that has had very low inventory, not near enough homes that are for sale compared to the demand that is in Allendale. And that being said, if we start to look at the average price in Allendale over the past year, the average sale price has been about $410,000. Okay, let's take a look at our distances. If you are looking to make the drive to downtown, maybe catch a show, have dinner, those types of things, you're about 23 minutes from Allendale to get to downtown. If you wanted to go to the beach on Lake Michigan, if you were heading maybe to Tunnel Park, you're looking at about a 29-minute ride. And if you were heading to the airport from Allendale, you're looking at about 40 minutes if you were to make it to the airport on time. So good distance, not really too far from anything in the city of Allendale. Okay, the next thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna look at the school rating. And Allendale has a B+ school rating. When we start to look at the neighborhood description around the city of Allendale, there's actually quite a few different things. And when I start to look at Allendale, one of the things to note is that the largest part of Allendale is actually Grand Valley. The campus is there, and so with Allendale, a lot of it has been built up around the college. And as we start to look at the housing, there's a little bit of a mix. There's definitely some of those 50s and 60s style neighborhoods where we see a lot of those maybe wide, broad front brick ranches. We see a lot of those traditional style homes, and the majority of Allendale outside of the school itself for years has been farm country. So the other thing that we're starting to see now, especially with the demand for Allendale having risen so high, is we see a fair amount of new construction in Allendale. A lot of older farms that got turned into brand new subdivisions over the past 10 to 15 years. And I will say this, there is some beautiful homes in the new subdivisions of Allendale. When it comes to grocery stores in Allendale, we actually have a lot more choices than some of the same cities at the same size as well. Allendale has its original, the Family Fare. That was one of the first grocery stores there in the city. Although it has also gone ahead and it's added an Aldi into the city of Allendale. So a little bit more choice today when it comes to shopping. And there's a discount grocery store in the city of Allendale. It's called Daily Deals. It's not always the same product over and over again. A lot of it is discount product that might be coming to the end of his expiration time, but they do have a lot of modern things in there, and I should say fresh things in there as well, including milk, including fresh vegetables, including meats, and a lot of that type of stuff as well. So while Daily Deals does have a lot of that discount stuff, it also has fresh produce, it also has fresh dairy, all that type of stuff available to shoppers as well. When it comes to the city of Allendale and we start to look at some of the amenities, yeah, there is definitely some cool things to do. A little bit smaller compared to some of the other cities where we've had so many choices to go through, but Allendale definitely has some cool things worth checking out. One of them is the Shakespeare Gardens. And the Shakespeare Gardens is a sculpture park and just a beautiful area, great place to maybe spend the afternoon, have a picnic, take a look at the landscaping, that type of stuff in there. However, we also have Allendale Community Park. And Allendale Community Park, a little bit bigger, a little bit more of the traditional style, and they also have the picnic area in there. Allendale Community Park also has basketball, tennis, and a good-sized playground for the kids to dive in and enjoy themselves as well. Now, with Allendale, we are not in the Kent District Library area. However, Allendale does have a beautiful and amazing library that is still worth checking out. And it's not in Kent County, but Allendale is actually in the county of Ottawa, and they do have some amazing different libraries. It doesn't all share continuity the same way the Kent District libraries do. However, beautiful area, beautiful facility, well worth checking out. You know those college students are using the library as well, so it has to be well stocked as we go forward. The Grand Ravines is another place worth looking at. They've got a really cool dog park. They've got a little nature trail to go check out, and that's also a fun use of the afternoon. Another one worth looking at is the Grand River Open Space. Now, obviously, this one is right on the Grand River, and the Grand River Open Space is not one of these manicured style parks where everything is well kept. It's really more of a natural open space. A lot of people go in there for fishing. You can definitely go around the wilderness. It's got a good amount of space, and of course, with it being in that lower area next to the Grand River, there's just not a lot of buildings around there because of the concerns when the river does get high. So definitely worth checking out the Grand River Open Space. A lot of cool nature trails, a lot of great fishing if you're into that. Of course, the other thing worth taking a look at is the splash pad that they have over there in Allendale, and of course there's also a playground with that. So really cool things to do when it comes to a lot of those kind of free things, those public amenities. When it comes to some of the paid things to do, again, this is one of those ones where Allendale itself, not a big giant place, so there's not as many attractions when it comes, but there's definitely some great stuff to do. One of our first ones is the Meadow Golf Course. That's definitely one to take a look at. Of course, so many people love golf, and of course Michigan has so many golf courses. The other place, a cool place to spend the weekend, is there is actually an Allendale KOA, or Campground of America. If you're into camping, whether it's tent, whether it's RV, KOAs are probably familiar to you. Now, this one has all the amenities that we see in a typical KOA. First thing, of course, they have a pool, because that's definitely one of the big things for the Campground of America. They also have a bounce pad there, one of the big inflatable bounce pillows, open for the kids to go nuts, have fun. There's basketball courts, there's volleyball courts there, there's a playground. They have tractor rides. They have so many different things to be able to do in there. And of course, they are also have a pond. So if you're into doing a little bit of fishing, you can definitely check out the pond at the Campground of America. Really cool place to check out. If you're looking for something to do in Allendale over the weekend possibly, this one's definitely worth your time. The next one we want to take a look at is the Bass River Rec area. Of course, they have a ton of bike trails to go check out there. Of course, that's open for fishing just the same too. When we get into Allendale itself, we're going to take a look at a couple of our unique restaurants, and I would say that's definitely one of the things that Allendale has, whether it's the unique ones we're going to check out or even some of the chain stuff. With such a big college student population, you probably do see a little bit more of our restaurant slash bar type of thing in Allendale, and it's definitely adds for a lot of things to do. Okay, let's dive into some of the fun ones. First one I'm going to start with in Allendale is the Main Street Pub. Nice fun place, definitely worth checking out for that one. The Fresh Food Company is another one if you're interested in eating healthy, natural foods, you're looking for something of a high quality. Allendale also has a Sprinkles Donut Shop. While Sprinkles is a chain of 3 or 4, it's not a big national chain, it's more of a local thing. That's why it got onto this list. Definitely don't be afraid to check out the Sprinkles Donuts if you're in Allendale. Of course, El Azteca, another one if you're into Mexican food, worth checking out. Cinco de Mayo, another cool Mexican place in the city of Allendale as well. There's also the Murphy Family Restaurant, another one that is definitely worth checking out if you're looking for quick, easy American food. There's also the Trail Point Brewing Company as well. And also, we have a Mancino's Grinders over there in the city of Allendale. So cool places to check out over there, no doubt about it. Bamboo Express, another one. Also, if you're looking for Asian food, a lot of cool places to check out when it comes to Allendale. A lot of fun things to do when it comes to biking and nature as well in the city of Allendale. Hopefully this gave you a little bit of insight of what it might be like to live over in Allendale, and hopefully you got some value out of this. However, there's a good chance that maybe I missed something that you know about. If so, go ahead and leave it into the comments below, because I'm always updating these videos and I want to make sure that we're covering all aspects of the cities that we're showcasing. And if you got value out of this video, make sure to like and subscribe so that you are up to date as my new videos come out. If you are thinking about finding the right house for you, reach out to me. My information is in the description below, and I would absolutely love to be able to help you on your journey to finding the right home.